Whoops. Hi-ya! Puff of blood! Good day, guys, gals, and everyone. Hope you liked the intro. Took a while. You ever do that as a kid? Take a black t-shirt, put it up over your face, tie the sleeves around. Holy crap, I'm out of shape. Tie the sleeves around and you look like a ninja. Okay, as a kid I thought I looked like a ninja. As an adult I just kind of look like a terrorist. Anyways, that's crazy intro is because of the Path of Blood Blu-ray review from Synapse Films. If you haven't heard of Path of Blood, it originally started off as a short film by Eric Power, who does, what is it called? It's like papercraft, paper stop motion. So the original pilot episode of South Park had that paper stop motion, and he's done a bunch of different paper stop motion stuff. He did like some Super Mario stuff. He did Mortal Kombat stuff and like that. So he had a short film called Path of Blood. What was it called? Path to something. I can't remember, but it's included on the Blu-ray if you're wondering. It's only like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most. So he originally did that. He submitted to festivals. He did really well. So he wanted to make a feature-length film. So he did a Kickstarter. Unfortunately didn't get the full funds for the Kickstarter. But he had some investors and he had some fans and they gave him some money. And he actually was able to end up doing the film. And so he took the original idea that he had for the short story and he expanded on it. And he improved his techniques. The making of Path of Blood featurette on here, which is about 10 minutes, goes into a little bit of detail about how he, crafted the paper and how he does, like, he can do green screen effects with the paper, and so he can give them depth of field effects and stuff like that. So that was really cool. So the idea behind it is what's really neat. That's what's really neat about Path of Blood is the amount of work that went into making this film. It's truly astounding. It's a 62-minute film. And it's just astounding how much work he had to do for it. The story behind it is a kind of, excuse me for a sec, I'm going to take a drink here because I am drowning. Still not feeling 100%. Okay, story behind it is it's in Japan. I'll just read a little bit of the back here. Japan, 1614, war is over. You know how the samurai were displaced after defeat or stuff like that, and they became Ronin, right? Like we all know the story of Ronin and stuff like that. So there is a warrior. He's a wanderer. He used to be a samurai, and he's just wandering the countryside. And he hears a story about this big clan that if you wander through this path and you face all these obstacles, you get to join the clan. You'll have fortune and fame and all that. So he decides, hey, I'm just going to check it out. So he goes, wanders through the path, meets all these obstacles, meets all these like deadly warriors and stuff like that, and he fights them. It's like a very graphic kind of paper film, so it's really cool. And the music is amazing. The music is amazing. It has this kind of a 70s Tarantino sound to it, but with like Japanese influence, and it just blew my mind how amazing the music was done by, that's his name. It's Many Birthdays is the name. And the sound mix was John Dixon. I think John Dixon is Many Birthdays, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Just amazing. The music makes the movie even better. So it's really cool. So the Wanderers, he's kind of going through it, and then he meets some other people along the way and kind of befriends them. And then they all kind of have obstacles. And it's a very straightforward story. The only issues I had with it maybe were like a few characters are introduced, and I'm like, whoa, who are these characters? And sometimes it's hard to figure out who's who. And then there was also the beginning of the story. There was a kid that was following him, and the kid just kind of disappears from the story. You think maybe he's going to come back into play, but he doesn't. So I thought that was a little weird. But I mean, the movie's only 62 minutes, and it like just flies right by. Especially like, it's a very enjoyable film. Like, I had a lot of fun with Path of Blood. Like, it's just super. I don't know. It's just super fun. And I mean, Eric Power, he did an amazing job. Just, I don't know how many times I can say amazing enough in this review. It's an amazing job on that. The Blu-ray from Synapse Films. I mean, can't really talk about video quality. I mean, it looks good. It's paper, animated. Looks good. It's clear. Soundtrack is, it's Japanese audio, so it's subtitled English, and it is HD Master Audio 2.0 stereo. And there are, it says here, non-removable English subtitles. So there's no English dub. You can't remove the subtitles. They're burnt into it, basically. It's region free, which is nice. It says 2016. Yeah, it took him a few years to actually get the film made. I think he started, was it back in 2013 maybe? Like, it took him a while. He said he spent weeks just cutting out bushes for like foliage, just for the background. Foliage. And I cannot say that word. Foliage. So also included on the special features, like I said, making of, the original short film, an original promotional trailer, and this really cool video game inspired trailer where it's just a concept trailer. There's not actually a video game. Basically, in the trailer, it says this is just a concept, but the movie is real. Man, if they actually made this video game, it would be super fun. Like, I would play the shit out of this video game. And then we have an image gallery, which wasn't super long. So that's it. So that's Path of Blood. There's no reverse. It's just one Blu-ray. And that's it, 62 minutes color. So that's it. Just a short little review of Path of Blood, new from Synapse. All props and everything just goes to Eric Power. Just amazing work. Amazing. I said it again, didn't I? So I was going to end my review by also doing some paper craft work, but when I found out how long it took him, I'm like, hell no, I ain't doing that. My videos averaged like, what, 20 views? I ain't got time to do that kind of shit for people that don't even watch these videos. Man, I spend so much time on this stuff. It takes me freaking hours, and no one actually watches it, and it just makes me so mad. And then I get angry.